Hey guys, I just got back from my weight loss surgery support group meeting. And this is mandatory through my surgeon. You have to attend at least once before he will submit all of your paperwork and everything over for approval to your insurance company. Um, and let me know. I know I kind of pull you guys every now and then, and just to see what's normal. If you guys had to attend a support group through your surgeon, um, and what were your thoughts on your support group meeting? Because I'll tell you, I really enjoyed this meeting. I really liked it. There were about 15 of us, and the facilitator was the therapist who gave me my psych evaluation and an intern. And so, well, along with those 15 of us, and we all kind of ranged from pre-op like myself, and there were like two or three other pre-ops, to post-op. And there were a couple of people who were like 2 years out with the lap band. And then you had some, all in between. And I'll tell you, it's so interesting to be around like real live bandsters. And I know this sounds so bizarre, but when I walked in the room, and I realized, like, okay, these are like real live bandsters. I was like blown away and impressed, and I wanted to touch their ports. I mean, crazy stuff like, oh, I know it sounds so weird. Like I wanted to be like, let me see your port, or let me see your scars, like we do on YouTube. Well, like, can we see your scars? And then someone will do a video and show their scars, or here's my port, you guys, or something. But I didn't do any of that. I was a good girl. But wow, I was blown away. So initially, and as you guys can probably tell, I'm a talker. Um, I was very quiet and just listened to what everyone, had to say. And then the therapist kept looking at me because I had told her, so, oh, I got a ton of questions. I got a ton of questions for you. I got a ton of questions for everybody there. So she looked at me. She goes, so pre-ops, are there any questions that the pre-ops would like to ask? And so, of course, my hand goes up, and they were very sharing, very giving. Nothing was too simple of a question, and they would answer anything. Boy, I tell you. Um, One of the things I really liked about the whole setting was that even though they talked about things that are not pleasant, like PBing and sliming, I mean, everybody's laughing about it, Um, and yeah, you got stuck. Oh, hey, I got stuck on a piece of chicken that was like this big and blah, 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 and everybody's just howling, and it, it was really kind of cool. I really did. I just wish that they weren't so far away. It was an hour and a half away from my house. Um, and not only do they have the support groups once a month, and maybe I try to make the drive for once a month, but they also have other things that they do. Like they go to the movies together, so they've got a movie day coming up. They also have dance classes that they all take together and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you guys are, active, an active little bunch, But again, they're so far away from me that I just can't see myself making the hike, for all of that stuff. But I might go back um, every month for the support group because that was a lot of fun, and it was informative. Something that I heard about at the group that I have not heard on YouTube, and I think it's actually a good thing I haven't heard it on YouTube. Um, they were talking about stuck episodes, and they were like, yeah, you got to watch it with those with getting stuck because otherwise, they have to go in laparoscopically and get that thing out. And I thought she was joking, and I said, oh yeah, right, whatever. And she goes, no, really. And so I looked to the therapist and the intern, and they're both like, oh yeah, it happens, absolutely, which I've never heard of. And I said, so you mean we're just throwing up, PBing, just to make sure we were all on the same page with the terminology. I said PBing, throwing up, does not bring it up. And they're like, yeah, there are times when things will get stuck right in that band, and throwing up will not get it out, where you have to go in and get it unstuck. And and literally, I really did. I just said, whoa, because I had not heard that out here, that there was even that level of stuck where throwing up would not help, where you had to go in to either the doctor or emergency and get it removed laparoscopically, where they stick something down your throat to get it out. That kind of freaked me out. But so I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys ever wanted or needed an incentive to make sure that you are chewing your food 40, 45 times, making sure that it is down to itty bitty pieces before you swallow, I think I just gave it to you, because the thought of going into emergency to get something crammed down my throat to unstuck me is freaking me out, as you can probably tell. So I think the reason I'm not hearing about it very often out here on YouTube is because most people are, doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if they are getting stuck, just regular productive burping is getting it done. So, but that was new. So let me know if you guys have heard of that. Did anyone even mention that that can happen to you? Because like I said, it freaked me out a little bit. But let's see. Other than that, the support group was awesome, and just made me wonder, as I was driving home, how many of you guys out there in YouTube land have support groups? Are you part of a support group? Would you like a support group? How do you think a support group would help you? In a way different than even with YouTube. Because I'll tell you this, what I was thinking was, this is awesome. I mean, if this was all I had was YouTube and being out here in the weight loss surgery community, I would be fine. But after having been with them in the flesh, where I could see us all eating together. I could see, and everyone gets it. You get it why someone is taking a little itty bitty bite, in front of each other, and just to be in real live time and be able to talk, laugh, touch someone who is going through what you're going through or about to go through. To me, it's very comforting. I'm a big support group kind of person anyway. I've never belonged to any, but I really believe in them. I was a Psych 101 type of kid in college, and so I've always loved human behavior and why people do the things that they do, and just talking with people and sharing with people. So I'm a big advocate of people getting together and who have like experiences and like issues to talk about. I think that's very healing. And I think we do that with just our friends and, our families, but we can also do it in formal settings. And so with this lap band, I really think it would be awesome, if I could find a group locally that I could meet with once a month. So I think I will look in my area, even if I had to pay, because it feels like I checked this out before, like maybe last summer. And like if you're not part of that surgeon's group, you could buy into the support group. And to be honest with you guys, I might do that just because I love it. I loved that physical proximity. And again, too, like I said, being out here on YouTube, you guys, as I talk to other people about it who don't know, I'm like, you don't know that there's a weight loss surgery community on YouTube? Like, you better check it out. You better get you a channel. So it's just amazing. This is wonderful. Like, to come home and sit down and be able to talk to you guys and share my experience with you and get the feedback and everything. It is wonderful. So I know that this is going to be instrumental in me doing well with the band, and I could see where everyone benefits from this. So before I run out of time, just real quick, like I said, let me know, guys, if you have attended a support group meeting for your surgeon, and if you're attending a support group, period. Maybe it's not through your surgeon. Maybe you found your own weight loss surgery support group or what have you. And just put me like a little comment down here, or, you could do me a video response. I love those too. And other than that, you guys, the next time you hear from me, it will probably be because they have submitted my paperwork, and then I'm waiting for approval. So I will give you guys an update when that happens. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and blessings to all, and I'll see you soon. Smooches.